The next point is add movements to your chords, all right? Now, when I say movement, what do I mean? Movement, like movement, you can move in thirds, you can move in fourths, you can move in sixths. You can even move in triads. For instance, if you are moving in triads, the best practice, or what we commonly do, is to play it in first inversion. So, for instance, if you are playing, okay, let me show you now. Like the one chord, what you do is take the root to the octave. So you play like this. The two chord, you take the root to the octave, you play like this. The three chord, you take the root to the octave, you play like this. But usually the three chord also, you usually play the one chord. Second inversion of one chord. So there is the root, first, second inversion. We play it in place of the three chord. Or you can also play the three chord, it's still fine. Then the four chord, you take the root up to the octave. The five chord, take the root up to the octave. That's the five, right? The six, you take the root up to the octave. Then the seven, take the root to the octave. Now the seventh, we usually play the five chord first inversion. So this is a root position, second inversion, right? This is a root position, first inversion, and the second inversion. We use that in place of the seventh chord. And go back to the one chord. So that's the movement. See? So that's the movement, all right? Then you can also move in sixth, like this. All right? It's a popular gospel movement also. All right, so I'll play the song now. Then I'll show you how, example of you playing in sixth. I've done a video before on this kind of movement in thoughts. That's the first inversion. I will leave a link at the description, and I also leave a number of the lesson, so that if you're interested in doing that kind of movement in first inversion, triads, you could check that video. Okay, so let's go. This I remember. I don't know this song. So this is the progression, right? So 6, 5 sus 4, 1, 4. So let me play it again with some movement. See? Again, one more time. All right, you see, so I just did some few 6 movement there. And 6, and then 5 sus 4, then 1, and I go. Before I go to the 4, I go, then 4 major 7 with the 9. So you can see the movement is just the 5 and the 3 together, the 4 and the 2, the 3 here, and the 1 at the top. So that's what I was saying. And they are all 6th movements. Before I go to the 4, major 9. Then I extended it, and then I go like this. I went to the octave and play. So I just playing the same chord, the same harmony kind of movement. 5, 3 at the top, 4 here, 2 here, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Then, did I stop here? Okay, I still went here, which is the 2 here, and then the 7 at the top. Yeah, then I have a 1 and 6. So, ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da. So, So this is a 1 chord. That's 1 major 7. Then at this point we have the 4 chord. Right? I hear a voice when you come. So let me add some movement to this. I hear a voice when you come on in. See? Again. So what was I doing there? So I hear a voice. Then I go to 6. On the 6, I'm doing that movement. You know, the progression is 6 and 5 and 4. All right? So on that 6, I'm playing. Then go to the 5. Then 4. So the 6 is. So the right hand is just playing 6 movements, and it's a 1 and the 6 at the top. They have 7 and the 5. We have 6 and the 4. We have the 5 and the 3. We have the 4 and the 2. All right, so at this point, I'm already at the 5 chord. You see? Then, so getting to the 5 chord, I started walking up again. The same thing, right? So this would be the 4 and the 2 going up, the 5 and the 3, the 6 and the 4, the 7 and the 5. So the 4. Now this thing doesn't really have any particular say, okay, let's play at this point and this one and all that. You just need to be guided by your chords, your progression. You can see that even though I was moving, I was trying to make it harmonize with the chords I'm playing. See, it's harmonizing. Then 4. You can see even though I'm playing movement, when I was about to get to the chord, I stopped. Or even if I want to continue, I'm mindful of the chords I'm playing, of the progressions, so that it will sound good, right? Okay, let's go to the next point. The next point is add licks and runs, lines to your chords, all right? That's another gospel concept. It's a gospel concept, and it also makes your playing sound nice, like interesting. It makes your playing sound like very reasonable and advanced. All right, so licks, runs, and lines, you can derive it from chord tones or scale tones. Chord tones or scale tones. What does that mean? That means that you can derive your licks from a particular chord. You can be guided by the notes in a particular chord to derive your licks. So let me show you. Okay, I'll play with some chords and I'll try to get some licks out of it, and you see how it is. The same song. This I remember. Da, 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 da. So let me do that now. This I remember. Da, da. See? Da, 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 da. Again. See? That's a lick, right? So what was I doing there? Now the progression is 6 and 5 sus 4, then 1. Then the next chord is going to be the 4 major 9. All right? So I was going to 4 major 9, but since I know that the next chord is 4 major 9, I now decided to pick some notes from this chord. All the notes I played in this lick are in this chord. So that's what I mean, that you can derive your licks from chord tones, right? From the notes in a particular chord. You can derive it from any note, like maybe from the one chord, or maybe your destination chord. At this point, I got it from this chord. Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da, then. Yeah? Hear your voice when you come. Okay, let me play some lick from a chord now. You see that? Again. Okay, what was I doing? So I was 4 and 4, then 6 and 5, then 4, then 1. Now, but I introduced another chord, 4 and 4, then 6, 5. So now I decided to build my lick from this chord. All right, so now which chord is this? This is the E7. Now, where is this chord coming from? This chord is actually a passing chord, and that will take me to my next point. But this is a passing chord. It's called secondary dominant passing. My destination chord is 5. So I decided to play the 5 of 5. In other words, the 5 in the key of A major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I decided to play that chord as passing before going to the 5. So instead of just playing the chord and then go to the 5, I played lick on that chord, like 6. Then I played. So this is a chord, E7. All right. So that's the lick I did there before going to the. Da 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 da. So I built a lick. You can see that all the notes are in this chord, right? But you see, this note is not there, right? But it's a neighboring note. So since it's just lick, I could just do that. I could just include that note. Then 5. So that lick was gotten from this passing chord, this dominant passing chord, secondary dominant passing chord. So this is what I mean by deriving your lick from chord tones. All right? So you can just pick a chord that you are going. It could be a passing chord like I just did, or original chord of a particular progression or a song. Then just pick a chord, just get some note out of the chord, and then do some runs and some movement there. So you can derive your licks from chord tones and scale tones. Now, what about scale tones? Now, what I mean by scale tones is that you can derive your licks from scales. It can be any type of scale, all right? Major scale, pentatonic scale, minor scale, whatever. All right? So let me play that song again. Let me play it at this part. I shout of your faithfulness. Da, 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 da. You know that syncopation? Then da 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 da. Again. Ba, ba, da 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 da. You see that lick? Da 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 da. So what was I doing here? Let me go again. Pa pa. Ta-ra-ra-ra-ra, ta-ta-ta, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ta. So I just two, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra, then one. Whoa, ta-ra-ta, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra, ta-ra-ta, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra, then ta-ra-ra-ra-ta, then. Bang. So I did 2 licks there when I was going to the 2 chord. 4. What about the 3? Then before I go to the 2, I play something like that. So what was I playing? I'm actually playing pentatonic scale. All right, but I'm starting from the 3rd degree. So ta-da, That's the D major pentatonic scale. 4, 3, on over 3, then I see. So I'm deriving this particular lick from pentatonic scale. Then now what about that? It's still pentatonic scale, but on the 6th chord, I'm playing that lick on the 6th chord, and I'm deriving that lick from the pentatonic scale. 4, you see? So you can derive your licks, runs, and lines from chord tones and scale tones. You can do even major scale, right? Ta-da, ta-da-da, ta-da, ta. So anything at all, major scale can also go if you are not familiar with other scales. Now, so that's the 6th point. All right, so let's go to the last point I have for you. There are a lot of gospel concepts, all right? I just want to mention this 7 for you. That so you go through it. If there's anyone that you have not started applying in your playing, then you can think about applying it, because the more you do that, the more you sound gospelly. You know what I'm saying? The last gospel concept I want to talk about is adding passing chords to your playing. Passing chords is very important in gospel. Gospel players always use passing chords, all right? Except sometimes when it's not needed, then we may not use it. But most of the time, there's always one passing chord to use. You understand? So passing chord is a concept that you should include in your playing. Yeah, so in this channel, I've done a lot of passing chords. You understand? So check the channel, you'll see a couple of them. Secondary dominant passing, 2-5-1 passing, tritone sub, minor chromatic, diminished chromatic, and all that. So I'll just play the song again, and I'll show you an example of the passing chords I'm talking about. So this I remember. Ta-da-da. Ta-da-da-da-da. Ta-da-da-da. Yeah. So let me add passing chords now. This I remember. Ta-da-da-da. Then. Ta-da-da-da. Ta-da-da. So let me play that again. This I remember. You see what I just did? So the progression is 6, 5, sus 4, 1, then 5. Then I do something like this. Now this is a passing chord going to the 6. Now what kind of passing is this? This is what we call secondary dominant passing chord. It's secondary dominant because it's a dominant, but it's not the dominant in the original key. All right, it's the dominant to the destination chord. The destination chord is B minor, which is the 6th in the key of D. Now, secondary dominant means that you play the 5 of the destination chord before you play that destination chord. So the destination chord is a 6, which is the B minor. Now, what is the 5? Assuming you are in the key of B minor, what will be the 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G flat. So before going to that B minor, I first of all play that 5 chord. Before playing, playing the 5 chord before playing the 6 in the key of D. But my 5 chord has alteration. You can decide your voicing depending on what you want to achieve. But the reason why I use this particular voicing is because of the melody. So since I'm playing that chord at that melody, I decided to voice it this way with the sharp 9 here. Yeah, the sharp 9 is on this 7th chord. So this I remember. Ta-da-da-da. Then ta-da-da-da. You see that? Ta-da-da-da-da. Ta-da-da. Ta-da-da-da. Ta-da-da. Then the other part. I hear your voice when you're calling. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. so let's put some passing chords there. I hear your voice when you come on. See? Okay, so what was I doing? I 4, then go to 6, 6, and now from the 6 I go. So what passing is that? It's called minor chromatic. Minor because I'm moving in minor chords from the B minor to the B flat minor to the A minor. All right? You can put your seventh, A minor 7. So I'm moving in minor chords, and the movement is chromatic from B to B flat to A. It's chromatic, so we call it chromatic. We call it minor chromatic passing. So now I'm playing this to set myself up to play another type of passing chord, which is called 2-5-1 passing. All right, 2-5-1 passing is another concept. I've done a video on this before. I'll put the link at the description. So from one passing to another passing, so now 2-5-1 to the key of G. So that means this will be the 2, then the 5 is going to be the D, then before the 1. Now, a 2-5-1 concept, we are not playing it in the original key, which is D. We are playing the 2-5-1 in the destination chord, which is a G, all right? So the 2 will be 2-5-1. So that's what I was doing. You see? Minor chromatic passing to the 2-5, then 1. Then. Okay, that's another 2-5-1 going to the G again. So I played, of course, this chromatic movement here from the 1, the key of D from the 4 to the 5. So minor. Then instead of going to the 7, I decided to go to the tritone sub. That's another kind of passing. It's called tritone sub. You understand? It's tritone substitution. So I go. Then, how did I play this? Yeah. With a lot of alterations. You can see. So I'm playing the flat 9, sharp 11. Flat 9, A is a flat 9, sharp 11 is the D. So I'm playing this, then before going to the 4 again, I hear your voice. All right? So you can see that passing. 2-5, but tritone sub down. And you can see there are a lot of alterations. There's a sharp 9, there's a flat 9, and there's a sharp 11. All right? And why is that? Now, most times when I'm doing alterations, when I'm altering my chords, it's because I want the chord to be as diatonic as possible. All right? So altering this chord, this note is part of the notes in the key of D. All right? So this alteration, this flat 9, is part of the notes in the key of D. So I altered it, and it reduces the dissonance of the non-diatonic chord. And then also, this note that I altered, this sharp 11, is also part of, is the first degree in the key of D. So you can see my alterations is giving me more diatonic notes in my chord. Diatonic notes is the original key. So that should be one of the reasons for alterations, all right? Alter chords to have more diatonic notes. So basically, there are a lot of gospel concepts, right? I just want to talk about this 7 in this series or in this lesson, right? So 7 of them. And if you are not used to anyone, this is an opportunity for you to add more gospel concepts to your playing so that you begin to sound gospelly, begin to sound more like a gospel player. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. All right? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave your comment the comment section, and I'd like to encourage you to subscribe, follow my channel, because there are a lot of things to learn concerning gospel music in this channel. All right? Thank you so much. Please give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much. See you in my next tutorial. Thank you.